Kia ora Star Wars fans, welcome to middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. Now in this video we're going to check out the Star Wars The Vintage Collection X-Wing Pilot 4-pack. Look, I know it's not the most exciting release. I wasn't excited when it was announced and that's why I've just picked it up now, but let's check it out. Right, let's check out the box. And one thing about the X-Wing Pilots is this lovely splash of orange for the jumpsuits. And as per usual on the top of the box, it shows way more figures than you actually get in there. Nice little image on the side, and there on the back are the 4 figures you get in the box. The rest of it, unexciting. Alright, these boxes open up nicely. I really like them. And as you can see, 4 figures packed in there in this like tissue paper. But before we go too much further, I picked it up cheap. I'm not too worried about showing my receipt, but one thing you'll see there is that this is sourced from the Ahsoka show, so that is something I was absolutely not expecting at all. Right, each figure comes in a bag like so. Tissue paper bag, I'm just going to rip that open, and then within the bag is another bag with their helmets, and then all the blasters come in a separate bag again. Alright, and this is what you get in the set. So left to right we have a female Marillion. I think that's how you say her species name. We get a male Duros, a female human, and a male human. Confident in pronouncing that species name. You get their respective helmets. They all have a different little paint scheme on them, which is really, really nice. Probably the highlight of the set. And then you get 3 each of the blasters. So yeah, again, no paint detailing on the blasters. And it is an older sculpt, we'll get into that, but basically you can see already I've put a couple of them on stands because they are a real pain in the backside to get to stand. They don't have rocker ankles, they've got the older hip articulation. Yeah, basically just Luke Skywalker X-Wing Pilot with new heads. And there is X-Wing Pilot Luke Skywalker, and you can see exactly the same sculpt. Doesn't matter whether they're female or male, they all look the same, apparently, in an X-Wing costume. And there they all are with their helmets on, and I've got to say the helmets fit nicely, the helmets look beautiful. Again, I think it's the highlight of the set, and in particular this alien Marillion female character, she has quite long hair, and the fact that the helmet still fits on is pretty cool. Close-up of all the helmets, so you can see the paint detail. It's awesome. They're all different, which is very cool. So as I said before, this one's a Marillion. You can see the facial tattoos there. And the other Marillion in our collections is Luminara Unduli. And in terms of other Duros, in my collection at least, I've got Ella's Madak from the Cantina on the left and Cad Bane on the right from the Vintage Collection. So yeah, nice to get a new Duros head sculpt. Perhaps maybe reuse for the Cantina later in the year. Right, and in terms of articulation, I said before, it's older style. Let's have a look at the head. The head's still on a double barbell. Interesting that the Duros has a human fleshed coloured one. Alright, head back on. Normal good shoulder articulation. Elbows a little stiff, 90 degrees, hinged wrists. He's got a lovely hinge on that wrist actually, and he has a crunch all the way up here where the vest is. Doesn't seem to move at the waist. He's got the older hip articulation, which he can't really engage because of the plastic straps. He's got a swivel at the thigh, and let's check out his knees, 90 degrees, and the older style ankle articulation with a hinge up and down and swivel side to side. And I just checked the hands for the Duros exactly match the Cad Bane, which explains why he's got dual trigger fingers. He's a dual wielder. Because I know that the set is sourced from Ahsoka, I'm not going to be a fool and put these X-Wing pilots in this like Yavin 4 display. That would be wrong. Probably go on display with this E-Wing fighter instead. Anyway, that's it. That's the set. The two aliens have like classic Rebel emblems on their helmets, and the two humans have New Republic emblems. So I don't know, it's half and half, but again, the Amazon slip said it was sourced from Ahsoka. I would have preferred, and I know many others would have as well, if it was actual characters from A New Hope to fill out those ranks. But anyway, it is what it is. It's a nice little army builder set. Thank you so much for watching. I'm middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. Ka kite, and I'll see you on another video.